Yeah, so let me introduce myself. I'm Ramya. I'm having around 7 years of experience in automation testing, especially with the Tosca. I started my career with the Tosca from Bank of America company in 2014, and from there I have been working on the same tool. And we made different batches, and we are doing this Tosca training from more than 1 year onwards. And let me show you this is our website, the Tosca trainings website. And here within this website you can find the course content as well. You can go through the course content, and also one of the previous demos will be posted over here usually. So you can refer to this website, and in case of any general inquiries like the normal facts you have, you can go to this particular section and look about it. And coming to today's demo, today let us see what is testing, what is this Tosca, how do we automate and all. Before I start with, I usually hear one thing from everybody saying like, how many certifications do you offer, or will you provide a software which we can practice? Yeah, let me tell you. So in this course, whatever we are dealing with now, whatever you are learning, you can complete almost 7 certifications using the course, whichever I am teaching you now. This is almost equivalent to 3 years of experience, or 3 to 3.5 years of experience. A normal person who is having the real-time experience of with the Tosca is what the knowledge you are going to get transferred. So in these 7 certifications, why these 7 means like there are so many certifications, but we should appear for the exams which we actually learned. So we will be learning about how to automate a web application. So that comes under automation specialist. We will be using the test case design. We will be using how do we manage our test data, and also which falls under test design specialist. All this together fall under this automation engineer. And we will also learn about database testing. So we will cover database certification as well. We will also talk about API testing, and we will work on it so we can appear for API certification. So whatever this course you are getting, you will be asked to complete these 7 certifications. If you are unable to answer them, yeah, we are there to support you. We will be having 2 attempts usually. So we will be here to support you to make sure that you complete your certifications. And next, coming to the software, yeah, we will provide you the Tricentis Tosca software. Sometimes you may be able to download it from the support site. Sometimes you may not. There are some issues, but it's okay. We will be giving you the software. We will tell you how the steps on registering the license. We will tell you the steps instead of us being do that. This is because now, if I give you the exact steps how to register for the license, if in case in the future your license may expire and then you want to again get a new license, then you can just refer the document and do it on yourself without depending on the other persons. So we will give you that as well. And coming to today's demo, or in the most of the classes, we actually refer to this demo web shop site. This is actually developed by the Tricentis team to show like how this Tosca works and all. Along with this demo web shop site, we will also be referring different sites, sometimes like Amazon, or some other random Google sites which we will be picking up. And for tables and all, we go to W3 schools. So there are different sites, but whatever the site is, we are going to provide you with the URL and all these details so you can practice it. Along with this, We will be giving you a class recording on daily basis. And for the initial days, or like for some topics, I have some notes also prepared. So if I think that there is some notes that is required for you guys, or if it is good to give some notes and all, yeah, I'll prepare it and I'll give it for you. But it's again not for all the topics, like the basic topics remaining, I think you can practice it on home. And our training, whatever we are going to start from the next Tuesday or Wednesday, hopefully. So it actually focuses more on the topic wise, like and these topics, whatever you are seeing on this website, this will not be taken in the same way. Okay, like this, there is no order that I am going to follow with respect to this order that I show here. Like if I think, like if you learn this concept and this is the advancement of this concept, yeah, that is how I take it. And this will help you to develop a common framework sort of a thing. When I say framework, like Tosca defaultly comes with a framework. That's why not many people talk about framework development and all. But when it comes to Tosca perspective, don't compare it with other testing tools. Framework is nothing but how to maintain your folder structure, or how to design your test cases using this automation tool Tosca in such a way that it will be easy for you to develop similar test cases in the future, or to again, if there are some code changes that happen in your software, and it will be easy for you to make changes to them within a short period of time. That is how you have to develop. Everybody will develop test cases. Matter is not developing the test cases. Developing the test cases by using the best practice is the key thing, so that it reduces the effort that we need to keep on them, if you have to do it again. Okay, that is our main focus in the course. Now, let us talk about the demo. I know like many of you don't know these terms and all whatever I'm talking right now, but that's okay. You will start understanding these terms and all within 1 week or 10 days of the classes. And still, if you don't understand anything, you can talk to me. Am I audible? I'm sorry, I did
Yes,
not see.
yes, it is pretty much clear, Ramya.
Yes, it is audible.
Okay. Rahul and Jayshree, can you please check your audio connection? I'm actually using headset itself. Okay. So now let's continue. So first of all, before we talk about this Tosca and all, first let's see what is testing. I don't want to go with the definitions and all. I'll just say you in general. Whenever, for suppose, you go to a bookshop, you want to buy some 10 rupees pen. So what do? Like when you take a pen, you will start scribbling on a notepad over there to check whether the pen is working or not. So that is nothing but a testing that you are doing on a pen, whether it is writing or not. Writing is the main functionality of the pen. Similarly, like you will see whether the cap is fixed or whether you are able to, open or remove the cap. These basic things that you will test over there. In the similar way, whenever a software company designs a software, it can be either for the clients, like it can be for different types of clients. Like some softwares are internal, some are for the outside public. So there are different kinds. So whatever be the software it is, we need to test it first, whether it is working as per the requirement or not. That is the main goal. So that is what we do as a tester. So what is this manual testing, automation testing? There are different performance testing, acceptance testing. There are many different kinds of testing. So whatever testing that you are doing in order to test this software, this can be done in multiple ways. For example, I will tell you, you don't know this particular website. I asked you, I gave you this website link and I asked you, do some testing. So what do? You start exploring the website and you just go to every page, understand what that page is, and then you will go and test that particular functionality. Now, if I ask you to test demo webshop, you don't know what is the shopping cart, wish list, or login. You'll start exploring. You will register as a user, then try to log in, add some items to your cart, place an order, and see. So that is like exploration testing. Okay, and sometimes if I ask you like randomly, some people what they do, they feel like no, I can't do all these flows and all, I'll just test randomly. So they will try to hit the website with some wrong things and all and try to break it. Like this is like monkey testing they do. In the same way, there are different types of testing. So whatever be the type of testing, we are not bothered about it, whether it is monkey testing, exploratory testing, or regression testing, or functional testing, whatever be it is. If a human person is sitting, like a human being is sitting and doing it, then it is manual testing. If a computer is doing that job instead of a human person, then it falls under automation testing. Main thing is, whatever be the testing be it is, if a human being is sitting and doing it, that is manual. And if a computer is doing, then we call it as automation testing. Okay, fine. Now we know that computer does it. But how do computers do? So that is how we are here. We have to train our computers or tell our computers, these are the steps that you have to do. And this is what you have to verify, or this is what you have to look in each step. For suppose I want to click on this register button. Okay, and I want to see whether this particular register heading is coming up or not. So what should I say? I should tell my computer, this is the button you need to click on, and then this is the one that you need to see. When I say that you need to see, again, it differs. Should it check the spelling or should it check whether this is showing up or not? So that is what I have to specifically say to my computer. So when I do these things, then my computer also acts like me and does the testing. That is what we do in automation. So now in automation, we have different things to do this. So these are the steps I need to tell my computer. So when these steps I need to tell, like I can tell these steps to my computer using any programming language or any tool such as Tosca. So if you are going with programming language, then you can say like you are using Java with Selenium or C Sharp with Selenium or any other like QTP or any other automation tool. That's okay. Now, our main focus is with Tosca. So how do we deal with this Tosca? Okay. So now before we talk about this Tosca and automation testing side, one important thing that you need to remember is Tosca is not an open source tool. That means if you go with Selenium, you can download it for free and you can start working on it for free. But Tosca is something where you have to pay money. Then how do we practice? We can't pay money for our own practice and all. Yeah, they offer us trial license. So using this trial license, it is almost same as the your official license. Then why are you saying almost means? Yeah, there are some features which will not be provided in trial license. For example, they have a feature called Vision AI. Okay, that is a very good feature. That is the new advancement that they have. You may not know how to use that Vision AI, like you may not practically know how to use that Vision AI using this trial license, but I will teach you like what is the main core thing, and you can also refer to a couple of videos which I'll show you for learning how this Vision AI works. But like you need not know Vision AI to learn this Tosca. Tosca is totally individual, like the advancement or the latest features or what they won't offer in the trial license. Okay. So now what we do is we usually take this trial license, we practice on it, we complete it, and this is how we attend the interviews. And if they ask us also, they usually companies will be using the backed versions. Like for suppose, if when Tosca 14 version has released into the market, companies are using 13.2 or something like that. This is why, because these are the stable versions, and whatever new versions they are releasing now, first we need to check their stability, and only then companies will move. So that is the reason. And when it comes to trial lessons, you will be also on the stable version. So that is why there is like no much difference when compared to your office work and the class license, whatever you are trying to use it now. Okay. So now come, let's go much deeper into this. So now coming to this web pages, whatever web pages that you are testing, usually you'll see lots of controls over here. So these controls are called as the elements, or you can call them as controls. Whatever name you can refer either elements or controls. So there are different types of web elements or controls on every web page. For example, there can be a table, there can be a drop down, there can be some text box, anything. Okay, so what is the common thing that we do on this element, all on these elements is we mainly use these elements to perform certain action on the web page. For suppose, if there is a drop down, what do? You just click on it and select one option. If there is a text box, what do? You usually type something in the text box. That means you are performing some sort of action. So what are the different kinds of actions that we can perform on these web pages are again categorized into read or write operations. That means either you can read something from these elements, or you can write something from onto that particular elements. For suppose, if you take a drop down, you can write, means you can select something. If it is a text box, you can write, you can type something. In the same way, for suppose there is some content that is already showing up in my text box, what I want to save it. So that means I am reading on that particular content and saving it into a variable. So all these actions are basically categorized into two kinds, read or write actions, and we have different elements. So how do we know these elements? What are the types that they are belong to, and all this kind of stuff is usually every web page will have a DOM structure. So what is this DOM structure? How do we know is you can right click on any part of your web page and you can see there is an option inspect. If you click on this, the DOM structure of this web page opens. This is the DOM structure of web page. So here you can see this will help us to design how this web page looks like. For suppose here, one second, I'll just show you one sample. So here the title of this web page is demo web shop, right? So let's take Ramya Tosca training over here. Okay, I removed the demo web shop and I gave this. See here, my title has been changed. This is just for temporary purpose. You need not know all this understanding of HTML and all. Don't worry. I'm just showing you the core concept. So based on this DOM structure only, these elements come. So these elements will have different properties saved in this DOM structure. So why are we talking about these properties and this DOM structure is basically when you want to perform some operation, first thing, if I ask you, go and click on excellent radio button. So what do? You usually look for the excellent button on this web page. Am I correct? So you see, yeah, I found it here. So in the same way, when you are giving some command to the Tosca, okay, so then first thing all of you should remember is first you have to tell Tosca where it has to perform the operation. Second is what operation it has to perform. So basically you have two steps mainly in your entire automation process. One is called as identification. That means telling Tosca where it has to perform the operation. Second thing is operation. So this is nothing but what is the operation that it needs to perform. If I say go and find an excellent radio button, first it will go and look for identify the button first, and then it will click on it, so that because I asked it to click on it. This is how we divide anything be it is, okay, any kind of thing be it is. Two steps are the main core things: identification and then performing the operation. And coming to this, let's move forward. Okay. So now how do we identify our things? Now let's take a sample and do it by using the Tosca. Let's take a sample, like let's go and click on this particular register button over here, and then write something in this web form that you have, okay, like some gender, first name, last name, all this stuff, and then click on the register button. So let's automate this and see. So as we learned now, there are two basic operations: identification and operation. This identification operation, whatever you have, the first phase over here, can be achieved by using the module section of Tosca. And this operation phase, whatever you have here, can be achieved by using test cases section of Tosca. Don't worry, we will talk much about this in deeper. Like now I am doing it fast because this is a demo, right? But in class, like we will take some time to come to here. So don't worry about the pace of the course and all. Okay. And like this terminology, yeah, it might be very much new to you. You may not be able to, remember this, but when you start practicing Tosca day by day, like you will get used to this, because these are what we usually do in our daily jobs. Okay. So now in this module section of Tosca, there are different ways for us to identify the controls. So first let's do, like if you want to tell Tosca that this is the button it has to click upon. So what we usually do is first we will scan this web page. Scanning is nothing but when we scan the web page, Tosca will have estimate of all the controls that the page has. So let's do that. Right click on any folder in Tosca module section, scan and application. So when I say scan and application, usually what happens is Tosca will show me these are the applications that are open right now on your computer. So which application do you want to work on? See, this is my OneNote, this is my Tosca application, this is my Zoom application, Zoom meeting, and this is the demo web shop application. So I will choose demo web shop and just say scan. So now it will load the buttons. So here what I need to do usually is there is an option, see, select on screen. I'm showing you the basic thing now. I'm not showing you much. Usually we will understand all these things and then go deeper into them in classes. Now I'm just showing you the basic. So what we do is we just say select on screen and then go to the screen. See, this is the register button. So select that one and come back here. Click on select on screen once again to disable it. And then usually we will see, if you click on this register button, you will see different properties that are showing up here. So what are these properties? Where are they coming from is, these properties come from your DOM structure over here. I'll show you a sample. Let's right click on register and say inspect. And if you look over here, it clearly says you like this register has a href property whose value is something like this. It has a class, value is ICO hyphen register, and it has a text in between the quotes. This kind of text is called as inner text. So the inner text value is register. These are the properties you can see over here. Now let's see the properties that are displaying over here. Okay. So now if you look at these properties in the technical section, Let me bring it to the DOM. See, what is the class value? ICO hyphen register. That is what we saw in the DOM structure on the web page. And what is the inner text value? Register. What is the href value? See, in the same way, all these properties are actually coming up from your DOM structure. So these properties only will help you to identify your element. For suppose, if I have 2 or 3 elements with the same set of properties, then how will Tosca handle that kind of situation? So that is how we learn different techniques here in order to choose which property we want, or in order to how to tell Tosca to identify this particular element without any issues. If you are unable to identify your element, if you don't know these proper techniques and all to use and handle this identification phase, Tosca will never ever be able to perform any operation because it doesn't know where to go and perform an operation. The operation phase is mainly dependent upon the identification. Identification is like the heart. Like you are telling the place where it has to perform the operation. If you don't know the address itself, you don't know what to do. First, should know the address. So that is the main important thing. So now Tosca itself selected some random properties for us. Like it has selected some register and tag. That is fine for us. So let's just complete this. Say finish. Okay, so if you see now, this empty folder has got one module. We call this icon, orange color icon, as the module. Module is nothing but whenever you scan something, module will be created with those particular elements, like whatever elements that you have selected. Just one minute. Yeah. So now we scanned this register page. But what we also thought of is after clicking on this button, we need to fill out this particular form also, right? So that is the reason. Let us scan this. Here, actually, many people do the mistake. So what they do, when I ask them, scan the first name or scan the last name or email, what they do is they will scan this part of the web page. They will not scan this part. But actually, if you are a manual tester or if you are normal, like when I ask you to fill out this form, so what do you usually do? You will go and fill the form over here. You will type your name in this area, not in this area. So when you are telling Tosca to identify something, what is the area that you need to scan? You need to scan this one because this is where we also perform the operation. Tell Tosca exactly what you are doing so it does the same. That's all. So again, let's try to scan it. Simple, right click on your folder, scan application is what we do. And then choose your application and then just say scan. Now just say, I'm just moving it here so we can all see it clearly. Yeah, select on screen and then, so this is the radio button. I'm just selecting both the radio buttons and first name, last name, email, password, confirm password, register button, and then deselect the select on screen. Same as that I have done earlier. So now I'm done scanning all these controls. You can see that they are already selected based on their properties. So here, if you see, like they have some ID property, tag property. Okay, and this one also the same. These also have the ID and the tag properties selected. So you can see, look at their properties, and then once done, you can just say finish and close this. So now we are done with scanning part. There are 2 modules that are created for me now. One is the demo web shop module where it has the register button, whatever it has to click. Second one is these particular buttons. So now let's bring back to our normal stage. So this is our normal stage. Okay. So now let us tell Tosca what is the operation that it has to do. Now you can show Tosca what is the where it has to go now. That is done. Identification is done. Second thing, operation is what needs to be done. So when I already told you, like where do we perform this operation phase? In the test cases section of Tosca. So let's go to this test cases section. So just I'm docking it to this side so that it will be easy for you guys to understand. Okay, so this is the modules section and this is the test cases section. Okay, so now all that you need to do is you need to create a test case. So you can right click and see there is a icon here, blue color icon, which says create test case. You can just create one sample test case. I'll say fill registration form is my test case name. You can give any name. Okay, it is all up to your choice. Okay, now simply whatever modules you have created, what is my first step? First step is to click on the register button. So this is the module that is having the register button. So slowly drag it from this side and drop it onto this test case. See, it will be converted into a test step. Now here also it is so simple. There are two drop downs. So click on the smallest one. See, there is an option, click, select that, click outside. Automatically everything will be done. So what does it say is go and click on register. Clicking is nothing but the writing operation. It is because you are clicking on it. Almost you are writing something, right? So that's why you have the action mode as input. There are different action modes. We will learn all these 7 action modes. Input is to write something, all this falls under, write operations falls under. Verify is means like reading category only. Buffer means like storing it into the tables and all. Waiting on some particular controls, selecting something, and constraint is mainly used in tables. We will learn all this during the classes, don't worry. And now, what is my second step? After clicking, I'll go into this web form, right? So now I need to fill out my web form. So simply drag and drop that web form module also. And here, for already by default, male is getting selected, right? So for a change, I'm just giving female as the click. So it goes and clicks on the female. And first name, I'm giving out some first name and some last name. I'll just enter the values here, nothing else. Some text.com is what I have given. And similarly, I'm giving some password. And then finally on this button, I will click again. So this is how I quickly fill out this particular form. And now I'll run the test case, whatever we have prepared, and I will show you how it automatically does this. Okay, let me just run it and let's see what will happen. See, it is doing it on its own. It clicked on register and now it filled all the forms and it said register. So this is how automation will be working. So what we mainly do is the two important things that you need to remember: identification and operation. And that is how we can handle any sort of automation testing. Not only with Tosca, the same I think is with any kind of automation. First core important thing is you have to tell the particular computer where it has to go and what it has to do. That's all. Yeah. So this is where we stop our demo today. Let me take up your questions if you have any. And if you are feeling this is too fast, as I already mentioned, don't worry. It won't be the same in the classes. As this is the demo, I need to show you something. It's not like I talking about all PPTs and stuff. I don't like to do all this. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you all. Yeah, any questions?
Hi, Ramya.
Hi.
Ramya, I'm basically having 5 years of IT experience, so I'm totally into infrastructure support and production support with some other technologies, not related testing. So, uh, how this course will be helpful for me? I don't know anything about testing. You spoke about
Okay.
different types of testing, so regression, something, and also.
Yeah, got you. See, you don't know anything about testing. It's okay. You can manage. Like, I won't say that it would be easy, as easy for the other people to you. It would be much harder side for you. But what you can do to cope up with the course, or to move your career into this one is you have to learn what manual testing is, or what they usually do in manual testing. At the same time, what is agile like agile, waterfall, all these are the different software development models that they follow in order to deliver the software. So what each thing is about and how to use different tools such as Jira, or if they're having any test management tool for right now they are not using much. It's okay to learn Jira, and it's okay if you are having knowledge on Azure DevOps also. It's okay, like anything you can choose, and you can learn those along with the Tosca. So what happens by the end of this course is then you will know what is manual testing, what is Jira, what is Agile process, the basic database queries, the basic API stuff, and then you will also know how to do all this by using the Tricentis Tosca. So then, yeah, you can attend interviews and you can clear them. There are many students from my side, like who did the same, like who are into IT support especially, and then they moved their career from support to Tosca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
because you
you'll be
guys
helping
will be,
out.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you'll be helping out in preparing resumes and.
Resume preparation, I'll give you a template. Okay, so I have there are so many students, right? I cannot, but what I can do is I'll give you a template which contains all these points and all, which you can keep on, so you can refer and prepare your resume and send it back to me so that I can review it. And if there are any changes that are need to be done, I can help you with that. And if there are any positions that I'm able to refer you, yeah, definitely I will refer you.
So you're full-time trainer or you're part of the organization?
Sorry.
You're a full-time trainer of Tosca or you're already working in any organization on Tosca?
Right now, actually, I'm in Canada. I'm not. I recently moved to Canada. Earlier, I used to work with the TCS. Right now, like I'm doing a course in artificial intelligence, which is almost done. So I'll be again working with TCS itself in Canada. That is the deal I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be part of WhatsApp group, if any, created during the course, right? For any questions or maybe after the course or
You,
just through.
usually I don't create any WhatsApp groups for the during the course times and all, because like some students don't want to give their numbers and all. So what I do is I'll be in touch, like if you have any questions or doubts. Usually how it works is like every end of the day, like every day after end of the class, I will wait for some time and make sure that all the doubts are cleared. And once, like if after the course also, if you have any questions, you can contact me on the same number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Ramya, this is Moses Matthew here.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. See, how is the job scope for Tosca in the market?
See, job scope for Tosca in the market, again, it depends on country to country where you are in. So what I suggest you in person is, what you do is just go to Google, go to this Naukri. I will say you, like, there are lots of openings and all. That is what everybody does, right? But I don't want to do that. So what you do is just go to Google and say Tosca jobs, and just say Tosca jobs in Hyderabad, for example. Okay, and then you will get this Naukri page, whatever you will see here, and then here filter it out based on your experience again. Okay, and then you can see what are the different companies which are hiring, and what is the scope of the jobs and all. Right now, I hear people saying me Capgemini, Accenture, all these companies are hiring, but again, it depends on your profile to profile. Like some people usually they don't prefer going to TCS, Accenture, and all. Might be they have some problem with their experience documents and all. Again, if you are like already by default working from the beginning, and like you are really experienced, yeah, then I think you have much better scope compared to the other candidates.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we need any programming knowledge for this Tosca?
Zero programming.
Okay.
Yeah. But you still need to use your logical reasoning skills over here. I don't say that it is as easy as it looks. But anyway, like if it is like totally dumb, then it won't stay in market. You have to use some of our skills to make the tool much, much easier, make your work look more efficient. That's all.
Okay. That's all from us.
Any other questions?
Ramya, you said 7 certifications will be clear. So does that mean after completing our training and if you practice all the scenarios and things, whatever we explained, then we'll be completing all the 7, or we have to put any extra effort to go to say?
No. You can complete this 7 with whatever I have teached you. And in case if you are not able to complete also, our team will be there to help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have any other questions, any doubts?
Yeah, hi Ramya, this is Maunya here. So
Hi.
actually I'm in manual testing now. Okay, so I just we have a thought like we need to move to automation. So after completing this course, like we'll be having the certifications, right? We can apply via that using those certifications, or like how can we proceed for the further things?
Okay, like for the job you are asking me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you can just create your resume. First, what I suggest is like by the end of this course, we will have one session, especially for the interview questions that are happening right now. So I will ask a couple of my friends who are actually taking up interviews in other companies and all also. Like some of my friends from different countries, like from Malaysia and from India, from different companies like Accenture, Capgemini and all. So what we all will be joining and starting asking you the same interview questions, whatever we usually look for in the real-time interviews. So if you attend that session and if you are able to answer those interview questions and all, yeah, you can say like, yes, I have done my course very well and I'm very, better at handling this interview, real-time interview and all. So then you can directly upload your resume in Naukri and you can start attending the interviews. In some scenarios, like some students may think like they might be stuck with something and they may not be able to handle it on time. So what I suggest them is no issues, take your time, practice the course well, get back to me. I'll have a personal interview for you. Don't worry. So once you are able to complete your interview session with me, then you can confidently go ahead and appear for the interviews.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. And the certifications, whatever we are getting, we are completing right now, right? You can keep them as part of your resume, and yeah, they will be given to you by the Tricentis Tosca itself. It's not me or our institute that gives you these certifications. So they are
Okay.
internationally valid, and you can keep them in your resume, and they definitely bring weightage to your resume and your profile.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi Ramya, Praveen here.
Hi.
So if we register with our own email ID, personal email ID, so for license, how much days it will be active? Whether it is 30 days or 45 days? What if we need more days to practice?
Yeah, like one license, if you are registering with your personal email ID, as I mentioned in the first part, like you will be getting it for the 8 weeks of period usually. And what you can do is, like, once this 8 weeks of period is done, by that time our course is also will be done. So you can use the same steps. I'll give you a document which has all the steps to register for the license and all. So you can repeat the same steps again with a new email ID, and then you will get the license for the latest email.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
The course duration enrollment.
Course duration, usually it will be like 45 days. Again, it depends. For suppose if we are able to connect for some Saturdays, if possible. Again, it should be feasible for all the students. If any one student is having any problem to attend the class, I will not take up any class during Saturdays or Sundays. Again, it's optional. It should be feasible for me also. So if we are able to connect sometime like that, yeah, then it will be completed less than 45 days. If we are not able to complete it like that, sometimes it won't happen. And if there are like, if you guys have some topic as a doubt, and if you want me to repeat the whole class again, so again it extends, right? So it depends on the batch, how we handle it. Usually 45 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have attended 3 to 4 demos since 1 month. I'm a bit confused because you are doing recovery scenarios. The concept not தெரியுது, but still I'm trying to, you know.
Don't worry, you can check with any of my students. You can check. There are so many students. I won't tell you like this is the one and all. You can check with any of your friends and see like if they attended Ramya's Tosca training, and check with them on the review part.
That I cannot check. How can I find them?
Oh,
So Ramya, regarding the training version, will it be on 13.2 only, right?
not 13.2. It is on 14.2.
14.2. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because right now they most of the companies are using 14 plus version, so that's why it's good to train ourselves on 14 plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I no need to learn or I need to go through any videos, right? As I said, sanity testing or performance testing, whatever it may be. So maybe by the time course finishes, I'll be pretty much able to handle the tools, right? Otherwise, I have to put any efforts to learn manual testing or some other testing that are required.
You need to learn manual testing. What I can do is like I can suggest you something. Okay, like I can suggest you some videos on manual testing, which you can refer from YouTube and you can learn on your own. And if you have any questions on manual testing also, yeah, you can ask me.
YouTube saw many videos in YouTube, all of the 45 days, 60 days, 60 hours, 70 hours videos.
Okay, I'll tell you how to learn manual testing. Don't worry about it. Not everything is required. I'll help. I'll try to list out some topics and give it to you. It will be helpful to multiple people also. So you can look and understand topic by topic and learn on your own. And if you have any questions, you can reach out.
Sure, sure, sure. By the way, I am from TCS currently. So 7 months back, I joined TCS. production support.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions?
Ramya Jwala here.
Hi.
Hi. The class recordings will be available for us, right? All the recordings.
Yes, all the recordings will be available and they are available with the download access to you. So you can download it and refer to them offline.
Okay. And what are the class timings?
Class timings, we are not yet fixed because now I need to look for a time which is feasible for USA, Canada, and also India. So I'm just making sure that this is, I will just let you know by tomorrow or mostly about the class timings.
Okay, Ramya. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Ramya.
Hi.
So actually, previously someone have asked about that what license. What is it about?
License actually has some expiry time. That is what they are asking me. For suppose our license expires, what should we do? So it is like I said, as I mentioned, I'll give you a document on registering for the license. So once your license expires, you can use your new email ID and then again register for the license again using your new email ID by referring to the document.
No, what is the purpose of license? I mean, like, this course is not about some license or anything, right?
Tosca is not an open source tool. You have to get a license in order to use Tosca.
Okay, but you will give the classes, right, for us?
Yeah, but you need to practice every day.
Okay, that will be given by you, right?
Yeah, this license part, how to do and all, I'll tell you. You have to do it on your own.
But within the particular period of time, I mean, like as you said, like 8 weeks. That's it.
Yeah, but once 8 weeks is done, again you can use a new email ID and you can get a new license and you can update those details within Tosca.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll just show you. So you have something called as license here. Okay, this is where we usually manage our license. For suppose right now I am having license of this email ID here. So now if I want to change it, I can just go to this page and I can change it here. I'll tell you in class about this as well. Don't worry. Yeah.
So, Ramya, sorry, last question.
No problem.
I have a lot of questions, but still I wanted to conclude with a couple of questions. So when this Tosca actually started? So you said 7 years of experience. So I'm having close to 6 years of IT experience, I mean, including Informatica, some of the production support. So how many years of experience we have to keep, and when actually Tosca started in the market?
Tosca started long back actually. Okay, but most of the people doesn't know that. I don't know why. Okay, but actually what used to happen is like at the time of 2014 and all, we used to have hardly 3 companies or 4 companies that are having Tosca in their automation testing side. For example, Accenture, Capgemini, Wipro. These are the companies that, and sometimes Infosys. These are the 4 companies they used to use Tosca at the time of 2014. And not much people are into it. And recently, like from past 1 or 1.5 year, it has got some boom and all. And this is why, because of the artificial intelligence being used into Tosca. So what is this artificial intelligence and all is like, even before you develop your web page, you can automate it by using Tosca. Before even you develop this particular web page, you can automate it. So that is what actually the core concepts and all. So because of those only, Tosca has gained its boom, and that is why right now, like, market is going crazy over Tosca.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's the reason you're doing machine learning and not intelligence as advanced. Uh,
Uh,
Ramya.
no. My course is not totally dependent on this. Again, that's a different picture for me. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Hi, Ramya. Just a question.
Yeah. Hi.
See, like, when do you start the class? I mean, the batch.
Batch starts from either Tuesday or Wednesday. We will update you by before tomorrow.
Okay, this Tuesday only.
Yeah, this Tuesday or this Wednesday. We will
Okay,
give you
how to
the class
approach?
timings, and we will give you the like, you can contact us on the same number through which you got this meeting invitation. Who gave you
Okay,
this meeting invitation?
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. May I know who gave you this meeting invitation?
Yeah, one of my friend gave me this. If I'm interested, I'll speak to you through phone, please.
Okay, sure.
I think he is a student of you only.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm also giving my number out here. Okay, please reach us on WhatsApp only if you are interested to join the course.
One of my team lead is working in Capgemini, so he said a lot of openings in outside of India. So how far it is true, Ramya?
Yeah, we have good demand in USA and Canada also. And I have a couple of my students who got jobs in Malaysia recently. And yeah, I have some students in Malaysia, Singapore also. And they say like they have lots of openings on Tosca. So I have students in Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, couple of them, like two of them from Germany. And I think everywhere people are using Tosca. Yeah, this says you that.
Yeah, got it. Don't mind, I'm asking a lot of questions.
No issues.
Proud.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, you can ask me right now.
Yeah, as of now, I'm fine.
Yeah, Naveen Reddy, Sudarshan, I see you guys have raised your hands.
You see, I'm into administration background, so I didn't have any IT knowledge. So if I want to start in career in Tosca, does it require, like as you said, manual testing bit knowledge is required?
Yes,
If
you
required,
have to. Yeah, you have to know manual testing. You have to know the basic database part, because this is what usually we do. Like we directly don't take a fresher directly jump into Tosca. First, they have to understand this manual testing, this entire thing, and only then they can go and switch. They start working on Tosca in real time. So when you are learning this course, parallelly you have to learn manual testing, database, API stuff, the basic stuff, not much into it, the basic which you can understand and which you can do.
does it require, like say as you said, like zero programming knowledge, but still like basic Java, core Java required for this, or
No, not Java and all. I did not say any programming thing here. I said you about manual testing. This is purely Excel thing and your logical thinking that you use, that's all, to prepare test cases and all. And Agile, again, it's a software which you can learn. The normal English only it is. And this one also, the normal database thing, you need to learn SQL over there, but that is common for everybody. Like even an automation tester or manual tester, everybody should know that. And the API also is like normal stuff. You need not code anything over there.
and Tosca is a tool. It's a tool for web pages and web applications, mobile applications. So does the training part will cover all the examples of all the
Uh,
things, or
No, actually, Tosca actually works on different applications, web, desktop, mobile, Salesforce, SAP applications, legacy applications and all. I'll show you a sample of, how to automate the legacy for sample purpose, but we will cover mostly the web applications. Desktop is also almost the same. I can show you the difference also, how to, make changes for desktop when compared to web. So desktop, web, database and API will be covered as part of this course.
Okay, and, okay, fine.
See, when you are going to use any SAP or Salesforce or any other kind of application, first you should know the basic thing which underlies down. That is what we cover in this course. So if there is something like some new application that you are going to work, for example, if I ask you to work on Salesforce, you say like I have experience with this, so they will train you like what are the main changes that you have when compared to the normal web with the Salesforce. Like it will be like some steps you have to do, like some changes in identification phase. That's all, nothing much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi Ramya,
Hi.
this is Jayashree.
Yeah, please tell me.
Actually, I completed Java Selenium,
Okay.
but one of my friends suggest at least one sec.
Yeah. Hi, Sudarshan. Hello.
I think she dropped out.
Okay. Sudarshan. Okay. Any other questions? Any doubts?
See, Ramya,
Yes. I can't hear you.
yeah, I'm a mechanical engineering student.
Okay.
So I won't have any knowledge about software. Only just we have C and object oriented programming. Oops, just basics only.
Are
So
you a
is it
fresher?
okay? Not a fresher, but I had an experience. I mean, not testing, but I had an experience in software field, but not more. But
Oh, okay. So the same thing refers to you. You can learn manual testing and then you can cope up with this.
okay, then actually you are starting the class on like the coming week. So is it? Can we do it parallelly, like
Yeah, you can
manual
do it
testing?
parallelly.
Okay, it is not time taking to learn manual testing and again to
See,
try.
learning manual testing, you can complete it within 1 day.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, 1 day is more than enough, right? To understand the things.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. After saying only, I'm asking one day.
Yeah, that is more than enough to understand the things. Nothing much. Don't worry. Yeah.
Then yeah, you will be giving notes of, I mean, during the class to
Sure.
write it down or nothing.
Sometimes, like it depends, as I told you. If it is required, yeah, definitely I'll give you whatever I have. If it is not required, then it's okay.
Any PDF material?
No, see, materials and all. Best thing is what everybody does is like if you go to this official Tricentis Tosca site, they have something called as a manual. See, Tosca
Okay.
manual. Okay, so you have a good material on the web. So why do you need my material? This is the material which is given by Tricentis people. So if you ask me to prepare also, I'll just copy it from here, paste it on a notepad and give it to you. That is waste,
Okay,
right?
this is the format you also explain to us, most
Uh,
probably.
not the same, but you can refer this. This will be helpful.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
if you
just
can provide definitions and all those hard copies, it would be better, Ramya.
sorry.
if you can give a soft copy or else definitions of a soft copy, then it will be better for us.
Definitions and all is what you can refer over here. And if there is something that is important, for suppose
But
if
it will
I'm,
be in your language, right, which we can understand.
yeah, if there is something that we need to do in that way, yeah, I have some material with me. I can give you those. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have any other questions, we can close the call. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you, Ramya.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ramya, for
Thank you.
Please do let us know your opinion before tomorrow, if possible. We will also figure out the feasible timing. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ramya. Bye.
Bye.